Hi, sixth graders. So today we are going to be looking at Icivics.org, and I'm going to show you how to start to play the game called Branches of Power. We've been working on government for a little while now. We've been talking about the three branches of government, so this is going to be a fun way to kind of review and go over how they all connect. So if you're at Icivics.org, I'm going to scroll down and hit play. And then we're going to scroll down again. There's all these games on here that you'll be able to play eventually. Today we're just going to start with Branches of Power. So I'm going to click there and hit the play button. Now, in this game, first you can hit no thanks. We don't need to sign up for an account. We can do this without it. In this game, there is going to be background noise. There's going to be things that will be read to you. So you want to make sure you have your headphones on for this, so we don't disrupt other classmates. So we're going to hit new game, and it does take a second to load. So it says tap each image to learn how to play Branches of Power. Each turn gives you a chance to control one branch of government. Take actions to move your bills through the entire legislative process. As you develop your bills into laws, the public's support for them will grow. When a law passes judicial review, the public's support for that law turns into approval of our government. And the last one, guide as many laws through judicial review as you can before the game ends. So, who will lead your government? Select a character to lead each branch. So I'm just going to pick someone from each branch. Let's see. So I picked those ones, and I'm just going to hit continue. So now I need to choose my presidential agenda. So it says select an agenda for your president. You'll receive bonus points for each law you pass on this topic. So there are 6 you can choose from: youth and education, our planet, jobs and innovation, safety and security, science and technology, and general welfare. So I'm going to click on youth and education. Okay. And then we need to pick our presidential values. What values does your president have? Select 2 values. So I can only select 2. And say I wanted to pick cooperation and competition, I can't do that. It's within, when there's this or here, I can only pick one or the other. So I'm going to pick cooperation. I'm also going to pick equality and then continue. And you can pick whichever ones you want. This is nice because every time you play, you can choose different things and it will make your game a little bit different each time. So we're starting at Capitol Hill, Washington, D.C., and it gives us the 3 branches of government, but notice that the executive branch is the only one lit up, so that's the only one we can click on right now. The executive branch sets the legislative agenda and communicates with the public. Go here to come up with new ideas and sign bills into law. So you can see that there's this little voice thing here, and that means that it will read it to you, and if it doesn't read it to you, you can click on it and it will read it for you if you need that. So I'm going to hit select branch, the executive branch, White House. So the only thing lit up that I can click on is proposed bill at this moment. So I have 3 different things to choose from, and I noticed that this one has the executive agenda bonus, which will give me plus 100 public support, so that's probably the one I want to end up going with, but I'm going to look at all 3 first. So again, you can click on each one of these and it will read it to you if you'd like. So this first one is community services. Communities are the heart of American life, from the biggest cities to the smallest villages. This one is school support. Schools play an important role in students' lives and the lives of their families. And then finding and keeping the right job is an important part of achieving the American dream. So I'm going to go with the school support one because I know I'll get that extra points. And then confirm. Now, my bill is going to look like this. It's an idea right now. It's going to be like a light bulb. So I'm going to pick a color. I'll just pick blue for now and click confirm. So now I have that little light bulb in the executive branch, and now I need to hold a press conference. So it says, which idea or bill would you like to hold a press conference about? I only have one going right now, so I can only choose this one, but a lot of the times you'll have more than one going at a time, so you'll be able to choose exactly which one you want. So I click there, hold press conference. So it says, how should I introduce the topic? So I could choose, we must help schools better serve students and their families, or we need to find ways to prevent schools from helping their students. So thinking about that, I would say this one's probably the one I want to start with, and I'm going to hit confirm. It says, we must help schools better serve students and their families. So I click this button. And I got it right. So there is a right and a wrong here. And we want to try and choose the best option. And this makes it so I get 100 plus public support for the bill. Now, if I get it wrong, it'll just say oops. And I won't gain any points, but I won't lose any either. I'm going to hit continue. It says, can schools provide services beyond classroom instruction? So I'm going to click yes and confirm. And then to move on, I click this button and I got that one right again, so I get more points. So I'm up to the 450 of public support for the bill right now, but I can hit continue. It says, do many families rely on school services to help their children? So I'm going to click yes. It'll let me there and confirm. I have to hit the arrow again. So I get that 100 points. So now I'm at 550 for my support. Thank you for coming. That's all for now. So I'm done at the public hearing. And it moves to the legislative branch now. And that's the end of my turn, and it tells me a summary of my turn. So there are 12 turns. We're on our second turn now. So now I can go to the legislative branch. It says the legislative branch crafts the laws that govern our nation. Go here to build ideas into the best bills they can be. So I'm going to hit select branch. We're at the U.S. Capitol, and I'm going to introduce the bill. So I click introduce bill. It says, which idea would you like to introduce as a new bill? Again, I only have one, so that's the one I'm going to click, introduce bill. And this is going to change it, so it looks a little different now. Now I'm going to hold a hearing. And again, I have to click which one I want. And so we have the Senate up here and the House of Representatives down here, and they're both at 0% right now. And I need to get those up to 50%. So first I need to choose someone to testify. So I know that the president's values are these two pictures. So I think I'm going to go with this high school student because it's the same values as the president. So I'm going to click here, hold hearing. And it says, schools are the perfect place to make the student experience equal across gender, race, and class. Where you live should not determine your ability to succeed in the future. So I hit the arrow. Inspired by the testimony, your legislators are considering clauses to add to the bill. Would you like to add one now? You can always add them later via the deliberate action. So I'm going to add one now. So let's look. Offer all parents access to a homework helpline for their students. So if I click here, I gained 14% here, but I didn't gain anything here. So let's take that off and see if I click this one, require all students to attend after-school services at local churches and temples. That again is the same. So I think I'll go with this one because I get 100 for the public. Or I also have this one, offer after-school community service projects where students can learn the value of public service. So if I click that one, this one goes up to 23 and this one's 7. So I think I'm going to go with that one. Add clause. Now I'm going to want to deliberate. And again, I need to click which one I want. And now I have a few more to choose from. So looking at where a lot of these people are on here and where I need to get more support, it looks like I need more support in this purple area. So I'm going to see if there's the purple icon. So here's one here. Provide funds for after-school programs in which all boys do sports and all girls participate in the arts. If I click on that, I get a bunch of supporters. I don't necessarily agree with that, but it got me support here. So let me try something else. Offer all parents access to a homework hotline. So that got me 23% here still, and this one's up to 20%, which is good. What else could I add? Rank after-school programs by how much students like them and charge students a small fee to attend the most popular programs. So I'm at 27% and 23%. Now I'm trying to get up to 50%. So I'm going to kind of look through these and click on some to see if that will help. So if I click on that one, Senate went up to 45% and House of Representatives was 47%. So I'm really close. So let's look, see if there's any more that I could click on that might help me. I'm not seeing any, so I'm going to end deliberation. I'm going to hold another hearing. So I'm going to, it looks like I need more support with this here. So I could get 2 more people here and I could get another person here. So I'm going to go with this social worker. Okay, so it says, I work with all kinds of students and they would all benefit from greater investment from the government. Clubs, sports, the arts all need funding if we want to have healthy and successful kids. So I hit next. And I'm going to add a clause this time. So, sponsor free summer sports and arts camps so that all kids have something fun to do when school is not in session. So if I click that one, that worked. It's going to make it so it passes in both spots. So I'm going to hit add clause. And now I can call for a vote. Again, I need to click here, call for a vote, and it passed, which makes it go back to the executive branch. So this is kind of where we talked about every branch can't do something without it being checked by other branches, and eventually it'll have to get checked by the judicial branch. So you're going to be able to go through these, and next what would happen is the president has to approve the bill, or he can veto it, and we've talked about that word already before. So I want you guys to play around this game and see how we do. If you have questions, let me know. And kind of just play around with it, see how you do, and we'll be able to do more with this later on. So I hope you guys have fun.